to the zone.
We got the newest Nine Inch Nails song from the upcoming Tron movie.
It sounds like we're in an arena and we're like announcing like the combatants in some futuristic sport involving like like power suits and like electric, like suction cups that let you walk up walls and shit.
I was
in
thinking
this corner.
I was thinking
Neo Sparta.
This is the lowest budget wannabe Hunger Games movie. This is like sub Maze Runner level, like even for. Did we never try to watch Maze Runner, did we?
Oh God, no. We might as well that would be a fun not fun, but actually no, it wouldn't be good at all. But going through all of those like terrible, like extra bad YA adaptations.
Oh yeah,
the Percy Jackson and the Maze Runner and what is like the Giver or something.
Is Descendants one?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. Fucking. Yeah,
Isn't
no,
there just one?
That...
Oh, there's one coming out. I think it's a Netflix. Just soon. It's called like, what the hell is it called? It's about it's like Hunger Games. It's like the it's a society where the upper class are pretty people and they oppress the not.
It's called people. Real Life, son.
Yeah.
Which side are you on? I know which one I'm on.
Yeah.
Oh, the Giver. I've never heard of this a day in my life. Divergent. No. Divergent is what I'm thinking of. I've never heard of That's Divergent. The other one. That's in that same sort. I literally just googled movies like Maze Runner.
Also, the Circle. Didn't they make one with like not Emily Blunt? Maybe it was the Harry Potter girl. I can't remember.
The Circle.
Was that based on a book?
The
Circle 2017. Emma Watson. Okay,
a techno thriller. Oh yeah. Here's the tagline. Knowing is good. Knowing everything is better.
Knowing everything would be terrible. What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
That's too much.
What do you mean? I want to know everything. Well, because the thing is, if you be desensitized to it, you would be numb to knowing everything. You would just adapt. I think the human brain is more malleable than you're giving it credit for.
Everything, though?
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well. Here's the question: Do you have to think about the thing and then you recall the information? Is it like oh, I wonder what temperature it is on Pluto right now? Do you have to think that and then you know it immediately, or do you just like have that recall off the top of your head?
What's
like that's a lot of information to sort through. Like, is there a buffer period before that information comes to your brain?
I think it's just a normal thought. It's like any other thought. I don't know how your brain works, but normally when I think of things, I think of them. It happens. What's up, Happy D? The ladies call me the Giver. Yeah, that's not good in that context. You don't want to be the giver.
Depends on which community you're in. If you're
a bug chaser, then being the giver is the best thing. Actually, no. If you're
holy shit,
then you're looking for a giver.
Well, it depends on which. Honestly, now that I think about it, if you're in the bug chaser community, there's not really givers or receivers because you're getting whatever they've got, no matter what. It's like oh yeah, this guy's got herpes. I want to get herpes from him.
Once you're given, then you become a giver. I think is normal.
Yeah, it's really beautiful when you think about it. It's people coming together.
Yeah,
it's people coming together for a common goal. Yeah. That would be a bad one to get. That'd be bad. being turned on by getting STDs would be bad news.
I'm sure glad. Yeah, I'm not into that.
Yeah. I'm like nice. I got. I'm a sex pervert and I'm only really horny all the time. I'm not so much like the one particular awful thing gets me turned on, which I think that's a good way to be. I think that's swell. Just being really horny over pussy is sweet. It'll go a long way. It really, the novelty.
It's great to be a pervert for like nothing in particular. You're just like I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's about family, and that's what makes it special. Some deadly. That's
finding your community.
That's I don't really that's I was making myself laugh walking around today, doing a Cat Williams impression, and I was just like. if he was like, hell yes, I'm LGBTQIA plus. That stands for loving the pussy, grabbing the pussy, touching the pussy, being interested in the pussy. I don't
know. Oh yeah. Assessing the pussy.
Yep.
Plus admiring the pussy. I don't know.
What about the A plus? I give the pussy an A plus, pimpin'.
Oh yeah, that's a Cat Williams bit.
That's a cap off that he would. Yeah.
You should do that. You should dress up as Cat Williams, and you should go to your local open mic night and just do your own Cat Williams bit.
Well, Sam Hyde already that was like 10 years ago. He was going to just open mics and doing like perfect like hacky black stand up and just like nailing it. So I feel like that's kind of been done. But yeah, that's the funnest. That would be great, just being like, just being me and going up and being like, yo, how come shrinkflation got everything except the bitches? Groceries twice as much money, but these hoes big as hell and they acting so cheap. Like
oh yeah.
It's so easy.
Oh, keep going. Yeah, that's good. See, yeah, that's the thing. That's the great thing about being hacky and embracing being hacky is that you have a formula and then you get really good at doing that formula.
Yeah, it's more about just rhythm. Yeah.
Yeah. So I did a live stream. I did the saddest live stream anybody has ever done in their entire lives.
I was some El Shaddai.
I was fighting for my fucking life, trying. It turns out it's really hard to just play a video game by yourself and talk over it. That is insanely difficult. Especially when it's a game you've never played before, so you're like trying to take everything in for the first time. That is a skill that I certainly have not cultivated yet.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, yeah. So playing some El Shaddai, my original intention was I'm gonna play through El Shaddai in one sitting.
It's a good idea.
That was never going to happen. Once I got about like 30 minutes into the game, I'm like, oh fuck. I don't think I can hang like I used to, where I could just sit down and play a game for in that case like 8 hours. Jesus Christ.
Probably 6 to 8. Yeah.
Especially one where my controller is disconnecting on me, and
those 360 controllers, man, they do that.
They had batteries. They had fucking they had AA batteries. They were ergonomic as fuck, but they don't work right. But I got my controller figured out today.
Problem.
And I was gonna go again today, and then I got a bunch of stuff happen that prevented me from streaming. So I'll probably go again. If not later this week, then probably like next Saturday. I'll play for another couple hours. But yeah, that game's fucking cool.
It's really ridiculous. It's
it's way cooler than I thought. All of the criticism from the game at the time is like, oh, the gameplay is really shallow. It's like, yeah, but look at it.
Yeah, it's such a bizarre fucking, like, it's so, you never, from what I remember, and I think I probably just like rented it. That might have been during my GameFly year. Was it like 2010 or 2011? When did that? Yeah, 2011. Oh yeah. So like, but it never stops being so strange looking that you get like very bored of it.
You can't you're just grounding.
You're just doing like hitty hit jumpy moves, but you're just in crazy fucking DMT shamanic face symbolism, little like Aztec crazy trinket world.
There's a bunch of glass jar or like excavated ancient jars with faces on them that you have to break. Mm-hmm. And then there's like African chanting going on in the background. It's a trip.
It's literally it's entirely its own aesthetic. There's absolutely nothing that is anything like this at all. I'm like it doesn't look like a JRPG. It's like you cannot place it at all. It's not like modern.
No.
It's not old.
You can't even look. You can't even be like, this is fits into this cultural aesthetic.
No.
Like it doesn't have a basis, because it's taking religious quote unquote icon. It's not even taking religious iconography.
No,
it's
it takes
taking
the
like
story.
weird old ass, like esoteric apocryphal books from the Bible and adapting them, and not like in the prettied up, dolled up Western way where no, we're talking like this is the kind of Bible where the angels are like the horrifying sort of like Gordian knot looking motherfuckers,
Yeah.
It's sick.
It's weirdly minimalistic. It's wild.
I paid $30 for the game because I was going to play my PS3 copy, and then it turns out the PlayStation 3 has fucking HDCP protection, so you can't record your goddamn PlayStation.
You can,
3.
but I think you need a special like capture card, one that like is made
gets
to
around
do that
or whatever.
Yeah.
Crap, nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to emulate it. I spent 3. Oh god. So the night before, this also probably didn't help things. The night before, I was up until like I built my extremely rudimentary like be right back screen and like countdown screen or whatever, and got OBS set up real good. And then I'm like, okay, now that this is ready, I just have to get the game working. And then I was up until 3:30 in the morning trying to get like the top end or like the current standard PS3 emulator to work.
I don't know.
That thing's a broken piece of shit.
I don't know if El Shaddai is a top priority for emulators, to get it working, because everything like with anything past like, everything like PS2 era and beyond is just like basically if you want a game to work, someone has to individually like create a custom like profile for it.
Well, especially for the PS3, because it's such a weird, kludgy piece of hardware. The cell processor.
They can't even, like Sony can't even emulate it, I don't think.
They're literally like, we simply cannot re-release Metal Gear Solid 4 ever.
No.
It's like, so that didn't work. And then I would have, considering what I get paid by the hour, I spent basically $300 worth of my time before I decided to spend $30, which that was time I'll never get back. But yeah, having fun, want to stream it again. I can see by the end of it, I was kind of getting the hang of like knowing what part of the game to talk over and what part of the game to not. And that again, that's just a skill that you have to develop, because my riffing is like, I've been riffing over movies for 20 years, like true, I'm not, or not 20 years, I guess probably 15 years or whatever, which is a different beast than a game where you have to physically interact with it. So that was fun.
I was watching a little. I watched you. I do remember it reminded me of it has some depth of field issues because of the crazy camera angles and all the visuals. So I was watching you just kind of jump straight between two platforms. It's pretty funny.
It would be funny to go back and do a compilation of from when I finished the game, because there's some stuff in there that like they were introducing all of the main bad guys, like all of the bosses you have to fight throughout the game. And like all of them have backstories, they're like, oh, she's the goddess of love. And then
a lot of them were just, one of them literally was like, he doesn't know what true love is. Like, these are the mini bosses for the game, and they're introducing all of them. And then one of them is just like, we got to kill this motherfucker. Like, this guy has to die.
Right. Yeah, that would be something I'd like to clip, because it's like, it's in the total hour and a half where I was streaming, there's probably like 30 seconds of good stuff in there. So but yeah, that's fun to do that, fun to like get back into OBS and learn a little bit. And I wish I could have gone today, but again, life got in the way. I had a whole bunch of shit happen. So what's up with you, dog?
Not much. I got a new keyboard. That's always fun.
Ooh.
Every once in a while, I like to go back to, I buy a mechanical keyboard and then just use it until it breaks, and then I go a couple years with that one. So I went back to one. I've
what do you got?
This is what is it called? A chroma. Wait, what the hell is the name of the thing? It was surprisingly inexpensive. It's a Keychron C2 Pro, which is a full size. I need a full size. I need the numpad. But it's I like the brown switches. It was $65.
Ooh, this is cool.
Not usually I just like one color. This is like it's got grays and dark grays. I don't know what you call it. It's not quite black. But yeah, I'll try not to smash this one when playing Dark Souls.
I think my next keyboard is going to be a split keyboard. I think I'm going to go for the ergonomic. But Chase is on this fucking
trackball
insane contraption here where it's two ergonomically shaped sort of domes.
Oh, I think I've seen those, yeah.
And he's been using that for probably 3 or 4 months at this point. And like, I bet that rocks.
I bet once you get used to it, if it's like totally ergonomic, it's probably sick.
Well, because for he's a dev, so that's his job.
But it's just like I can't even type on a regular keyboard, so I'm not sure if I can ever learn anything. I don't know if I ever could learn anything. Like I don't know if I can switch to something new at this point.
Well,
maybe it wouldn't matter.
Maybe it would help.
Yeah. Maybe I was never meant to use this keyboard. Maybe it's actually hampering me.
You should go Dvorak. You should take
I should really become a huge wiener and just
yeah.
I should start using Tails OS or Arch or whatever, and use Dvorak, like 2-part Dvorak with trackball. What else? How else can I be annoying? I don't know.
Just never wear pants.
Start using Emacs. Yeah, no pants.
The other thing, I watched. Oh, go ahead. No, sorry. After you, please.
Nah, my thing's boring. You say it.
Oh, my thing's boring too. It's I watched a couple of movies. I watched the movie Patton, which I'd never seen before. 1970, written by Francis Ford.
But I remember watching parts of it at one point. It's probably good as fuck.
There's the opening sequence, which is one of the most famous scenes ever, which is the Patton character in front of the American flag giving his speech to motivate his troops.
Oh, that's at the beginning? Oh, okay.
That's the first sequence of the entire movie.
Okay. I misremembered.
It is. I did not know what kind. I knew that scene. I knew of that. I did not know what kind of tone of the movie would be. Like, I didn't know exactly what kind of movie I was in for. It is fucking epic. It is an epic. It is an epic masterpiece. It is like it's like a Lawrence of Arabia. It's like it's just the biggest goddamn movie they can make, and it's a character study on one guy for 3 hours. Yep. It turns out when you do that, when you have an interesting guy in war for 3 hours, you're gonna go through some interesting scenes, and shot it on 65 millimeter like Lawrence of Arabia. It looks fucking incredible. George C. Scott giving the performance of a lifetime. What can I like? Oh God, Patton's good. Oh boy.
Neat.
Oh, who would have guessed? What was your boring thing?
I've been trying to watch this goddamn meteor shower. It keeps being clouds.
Ooh.
But I actually bought a tent because I was gonna use like the mesh, inside of the tent to sit in my backyard and protect myself from bugs. I don't know. And then I ended up, of course, like I was like, I'll just buy like literally like basically a mesh bag that I'll just sit in.
Right.
It's like, and then I was like, well, if I'm spending like $50, I might as well spend like $100 and get like a real tent in case I ever need a real tent. And then I just started like watching videos and being like, well, I probably should get something with like 20D mesh, for 2,000 millimeter protection.
It's not enough. You have to become an expert. You have to know every single thing about like, well, is this the right zipper type? Is this are these zippers that need to be lubricated and waxed? Or
some of them you literally have to buy like an epoxy to put to apply to like the seams because they don't like seal them properly at the factory, so they let water get in. So that was dumb.
who are like the happiest people I know, literally just go to Goodwill and buy whatever tents they have there.
Yeah,
and then when the tent
stops, most of the time. Yeah.
Whenever the tent stops working, they buy another one.
I mean, but that one night when the tent stops working is a bummer, though.
Yeah, they think it's funny. Yeah, no, it's
you probably have to spend like $500 on a tent before it like won't actually get water inside. You know, it's just like you can look at a tent and it's like it's impossible for water to get in because it will fall here. It's like there's no sink, and it's just you wake up in a puddle and you're like, well, all right,
yeah,
I guess.
Did you end up? What was the tent you ended up? I said, let's just go full boring. Fuck you. Let's just send me the tent. You gotta show me what tent you got.
It's part 3, motherfucker. Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, this is bullshit.
We hate ourselves. We have 13 shows to talk about, but hey, let's talk about the tent first.
I streamed for an hour and a half.
Oh my fuck! God, no way.
What?
It went down in price by $15 in the last 2 days since I bought
return yours.
I already opened it and sat in it.
You could do it. You could still return that. Yeah, easily.
I just want $15.
Order another one and then return the one that you already ordered.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, it might not be worth the time to save 15.
No, it is not. I assure you, it is not.
It's more of a point of pride, you know.
Just message him and be like, "Hey."
I know. Yeah, literally just took the price down, like the day
after. Put it on stream. Don't even send it to me directly. Just put it up. I'll wait for it to pop up. I'll wait for the delay. This will be suspense. Suspense right. To see this delay.
Yeah, everyone. Oh man, the anticipation. Yeah, it's this. There you go. Awesome.
Oh wow, this thing locks down. This is really like
wow. Yeah.
There are no.
Oh, this picture does have the guy line. I was wondering how the fuck he used that. Oh, see that orange line. It goes into. See here. It goes into this loop, but what is this loop? What is this one for? On the side here, and this one over here. I was trying to figure that out. Couldn't figure it out. Didn't matter. I didn't even need the top layer. I just
maybe it's just a different. Maybe it's like if you want an additional line.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that's just a picture of a guy with an anime stand.
When they put the what is it?
Oh, she's so cute.
The one before Azure Lane Kantai collection on the actual ships. Yeah, nice.
Great stuff.
So yeah, ultralight. That's a cycling tent. It's a light one.
Oh,
pretty good. Mm-hmm. Fancy stuff.
I'm going on a date with a girl soon who's into cycling. She's into like going on like biking, like long bike rides, like
for exercise or just for hiking, like you know.
No, like she has like a road bike. She does like road biking.
Okay. But is it like, I'm just trying to figure out it. So she's not like a cardio people are crazy, you know? So it's just trying to, it's not because.
Let me feel it out. Let me message her right now.
Like, will she bike like 20 miles in the rain because she like has to get it in?
I have not gotten that impression yet.
Okay.
But I'll let you know. Report. Send me a list of questions you would like me to ask this girl, and I will ask them.
So, like, are you crazy? That's the first question. That's important.
Duh. So where's the door on when you've got the full cover of it?
Oh well, you zip up that zipper there on the green layer, and then there's like a D-shaped, zipper on the inner layer that you walk in. There's like a what is it called? A vestibule, but it's like tiny. It's just for
right.
For
this thing rules. I want this. What'd this cost you?
It was $100 when I bought it.
Nice.
Which nice. Apparently from the reviews I was seeing, under $100 for this is decent. Pretty good.
Yeah. You gotta do some tenting. I love tenting. I
should do some actual camping and stuff.
I live on like the complete opposite extremes where it's like I love pampering the shit out of myself and taking baths and using bath salts, and then I also love I have to get my shower, the morning shower at night before I go to bed and everything, and I also love sleeping in the shittiest little tent you've ever seen in your life. I think that rocks.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the most fun ever. Could you get a twin in there?
Oh, it's pretty small. No, not a twin. No, I don't think so.
How far can you extend? Could you extend all the way out or no?
Yep, yeah, but only with like maybe half a foot to spare.
Gotcha. Well, that's good. Yeah, that was boring, but not for me. Not for me. I as a tent enjoyer, I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
Happy G wants me to ask, how are your joints? What kind of damage we working with? You still got toenails, girl?
Those are all good.
Her joints look good. What kind of damage we working with?
He's seen her joints.
She is a dentist. So she's definitely desensitized to teeth relate, like oral related trauma.
Yeah, she's used to she'll be a good mom because she doesn't care about the screams of children. She's totally numb to it.
From what I understand, she gets off on them.
She can get you nitrous like Kanye now. See if you can see if she could sneak you a tank. A giant like 50-gallon tank of nitrous, dude.
Name one genius that ain't crazy! I scream after huffing the entire tank in one night. We've done a lot of dumb stuff. We should actually never do nitrous. I was gonna say we should do nitrous. That's a horrible idea.
Well, nitrous. I did have an empty whipped cream can once, and I did suck that up because I didn't want it to go to waste. And it's not good. It's like very scary. So I would not recommend that. But I don't think it's dangerous because I see people talking about, like, people think that it's huffing. So it's like they think it's like huffing an aerosol or some kind, or maybe that's technically an aerosol, but like some kind of like flammable. But it's not. That's not the same thing at all. The nitrous is an NMDA receptor antagonist or agonist, but it's like ketamine or DXM or whatever. It does block vitamin B12, so if you do use it habitually, you can get paralyzed. But it's not going. I don't think it's going to kill. Destroy your nervous system like huffing gas does. I think
there was an episode of Hamilton Morris's Pharmacopoeia, which is like a docu-series from Hamilton Morris, who's like a psychedelic researcher and shit and a chemist, and he did an episode on people who did nitrous therapy, some northern European country where they do silly stuff. And it was like soccer moms going to do nitrous therapy, and they would just go once a week and get really fucking high off of it, and like dissociate and stuff. And it was like, in their very northern European way, like the doctors were treating it extremely professionally, like they were doing something important when they're in a northern European country, Yeah. Wouldn't it be wild to be like in a country that doesn't matter at all? Like to live in
nice.
to live in a country where
Eastern Europe, a dilapidated village where you just have like there's like a guy in a barrel, who's always walking around town.
Just like they can't even place where you live on a map.
Like doesn't have a name technically. It's just kind of between two cities.
Just totally like everyone's third cousins at the very most. That would be an interesting experience instead of living in the most important nation on the planet, most powerful military that's ever existed, wealthiest nation ever.
For the Eastern European guys I follow on Twitter, they're having. I mean, they are often bummed out, but they're having a blast a lot of the time. Like there's who was it? Like some guy was like, there's a gypsy in town who will take your COVID shot for you for $40 or whatever. He's gotten 200 of them. It's always
that motherfucker's definitely not getting COVID.
No, he's good. I mean, he's got all the spike proteins he can get. Imagine living in a country where you feel like you could reasonably make a change politically. Oh man,
what do you want to change? What do you
everything's perfect. What are you talking about, dude? We got grass. We got buildings.
We have grass. We have building. We have building with grass.
We have car. We have motorbike.
We got to see this. Send the tent that he used while he was in Canada. Yeah, Happy he was in Canada relatively recently.
I'm not logged into that Discord currently.
I know that's the bootleg Discord. I can't do that with my main.
Maybe I'm still logged in on my phone.
I'll just log in on my phone. Hold on.
I'll beat you to it.
Go ahead.
No, I'm logged. Oh no, it's over. I'm not logged in.
Okay. Yeah, imagine living in a country where you can reasonably make a change politically. You just have to be the only person who cares enough to do anything in those countries, and then that makes you can make change because they just make you president. I'm pretty sure. How hard could it really be to become president of like a second world nation?
I mean, you have to. It's not about getting votes. It's about beating the guys who will kill you if you try to win.
You just got to kill them first.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's true. That is true.
I'm trying to remember which email this is attached to.
It might not be happening.
You start talking about the first show and I'll find this. All
right. Yeah, we really gotta. I hope you guys like fucking anime because we got a whole bunch of it. God damn, this is a long one. This is a long list. This first one.
First try, baby. First try.
Wow.
Actual email, actual password. You got to be joking.
Pretty good. It's never happened before. First show's Tensui no Sakuna-hime, Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. This is a quick diversion. This reminded me just now of, I can't remember where this. I think it was somewhere on Reddit. This is like 10 years ago. The front
page of the internet, dude.
Yes, I just remember there was this guy. I don't remember where, like on which subreddits, but his name was Of Ice and Rock, right? Mm-hmm. And he was like really annoying and everyone hated him. So then at one point, one guy made an account where he posted like Of Ice and Rock, but he would do it in a really like Chinese like accent, basically, even though he was typing. You know, he would type it all Chinese, and his name was Of Rice and Walk. And he would just like repeat his post back to him and be like, "Oh, it's so fucking funny."
That is gold.
It's so fucking good. This is an action role-playing simulation video game. This is.
Wait, what are you simulating? What is?
Is it a rice grow? Is it like a town builder? I have no idea what this game is. The game's from 2020, so they. You know, I don't know if it was popular.
A little late to the punch.
This is our first PA Works show of the night. It will not be our last. Wait for it. This first, you know, this show isn't bad, but it is rough when it opens on like this pan over of CG whatever crop this was supposed to be, and I thought my video player was dropping frames. I was like, whoa.
It is nuts looking, chunky, and I cannot believe they can't believe they committed to this.
Yeah, they were like this looks fine.
This is really like in the Star Wars prequels when they have the dinosaur walk in front of the frame, in front of the frame, you know, like, oh, you spent all this time animating this real character and then you put the CGI bullshit in front of them. I send you images of Happy Dee's tent.
Oh yeah, that's a tent. By God.
Tensui no Sakuna-hime. Okay.
Oh yeah, check out that. Oh, it's big image. Yeah. Yeah, similar, but yours is larger. That's like I don't know, maybe a 2-person, 3. That's a nice lake. Yeah, I gotta go somewhere like there, just hang out.
Canada.
Oh yeah, that was. Oh, all right, I remember. This was just the trip you took recently. I imagine. Yeah, you were sending pictures from that. That looked nice. I almost went camping. Then I got COVID. I was like, oh, it's time for me to get my money's worth that I spent in my tax dollars. That I made this virus. I might as well get it. I might as well have it in my body. I'm not gonna spend this on nothing.
Test run, you know?
Yeah, I have to get it at least twice, or else what am I fucking paying for? I'm paying $20,000 a year to not take the virus, to not have it.
I mean, because I'm never gonna get it, so you have to get my money's worth too. So you're due for at least one more.
Yeah. At least. Oh God, I should get an obscure variant. This show.
You keep looking. You keep talking about this show while we look up what variant we're on.
Yeah, I bet they're into silly names. It's like this one's like Dolby.
Dolby Zippo. Digital Surround 7.1 HDR. Fucking 4K rip.
They're just naming them after beautiful women of color now. I like to, this show. I like the character design. They're all these weird chibi blobs. Just remembered I'm going to see Flo in 2 days. Thanks again for the heads up on the tour, by the way. Nice.
Good for you, dog. I wish I could go.
Hell yeah.
Oh man. Where are you seeing Happy D? I guess I can look that up pretty easily. Whoa.
Yeah, we just we're looking at this, but the 13th, Missouri. Yeah.
Kansas City, Missouri. Dude, good for you. Have a ball, dude.
What does a Flo concert in Kansas City, Missouri look like? That'll be wild.
We need you to take video. Take video and please report back.
That is a strange choice of city for like normally you'd think they'd go to like a major, just like keep to the coasts or something.
Well, I don't think Happy D lives in Missouri, so it's probably a thing where like people are going to travel to get there. Like Flo. But that's like probably the biggest one for states. It's like it's probably servicing like 8 states there. Whereas the San Antonio one is going to get people from like Austin, Dallas, and Houston. But this is going to get people from like Nebraska probably.
How many American fans of Flo are within are passionate enough to drive multiple hours to Kansas City, Missouri?
We know at least one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
We actually talk about this anime. Okay, so
there's some people fighting on a bridge. It's clearly some like there a lot of this stuff I wasn't sure if I was like I might not be Japanese enough to know what the fuck any of this stuff is, but I got what was going on basically. Watching the show, it's like they're these like demigods or just gods, and they're inhabiting this sort of heaven, like I don't know, Gensokyo. It's like Toho. My reference is Toho. They're like shrine maidens. They're Miko, and they're eternally youthful, and they just love getting fucking hammered all the time, and they're just always drinking, or at least our main character is. Maybe not all of them. And her, I guess like the currency, like the offerings they make to the boss lady, this goddess is rice. So our main character, she's got a whole bunch of rice that her parents left her, and the main conflict ensues when humans show up, and no one really knows how they showed up, or they walked over a bridge for some reason. I was thinking this reminds me of Uchoten Kazoku, which was also a PA Works show, and then I was like, oh, it's the same director, so that makes sense. So these humans show up, and then her rice stores end up getting destroyed, and so she is banished to some island, like some demon island, and she's not allowed to drink booze anymore. And that's what happens. And it was okay, I think.
Yeah, sometimes when we see these shows and I don't know what the formula of the show is going to be by the end of the first episode, I get a little annoyed. Where I'm like, I don't know what, but this is, at least it's a lot of like kind of setting up the premise of the gang of characters we're going to be with. We kind of know what their deals are. We got our cast, and they're going to go start. They have a mission, a clear mission that they have to deal with. So
yeah,
it was not the most like stimulating watch, but I at least know where the show's going, and I think that it has a potential to be something interesting. I think that like the setup is good.
Yeah. Not sure where it's going. If it'll be like a different thing every episode, or how much are they going to be like traveling, like adventure, or I don't know.
This is one where I'm curious to see what the second episode has. So that's not the most ringy endorsement, but I'm more positive on it than that. If that makes sense.
Yep. Also, were those people eating raw rice? That seems gross.
You just have to have a very moist mouth. Very moist, hot mouth to steam it as you eat it.
Also, I guess it's like heaven, so it's the rules are weird. Anyways, next show, Na-Nare Hana-Nare, Nare, Cheer for You. This is an anime original by guess who? PA Works. Huh. This this I guess is about cheer. I thought this was called something different. It's not. It's different from cheerleading. The one where they are like lifting each other up and doing kind of a dance routine. I thought there was a different word for it. I don't know.
it looks like cheerleading to me. I don't know. I think cheerleading is kind of branched out into like choreographed dancing stuff at this point too. You know, it's like they got like whole routines. Because what are you gonna do? Just throw people in the air for 5 minutes? No, you got to have like other shit going on.
I could have sworn there was a. Oh, is it called, what is Drill Team?
Well, we need a crunking anime or crumping. Crumping anime.
Yeah, we need we need crunk. We need break dancing.
We need skanking. We need people we need skanking anime. We need ska girls. It's like
yeah,
so
we need high school skanking for sure.
Got it. Yeah, fucking. We need a bunch of rude boys. We need anime rude boys.
Hey. This takes colored lines to a whole new level. This show's like blinding. I don't think it looks bad, but man, it sure is like the lines sure are colored. And it sure is shiny.
They like each scene has a different color coding too. Like the outlines are like if it's a sunset scene, they have pink outlines. If it's an evening scene, they'll have blue outlines. It's like it just sort of runs together into this, very vibrant mess that's, I'd say, pleasing to look at. It's certainly not ugly,
Yeah. Very notable about this is that this first episode starts out with like a 2-minute long, whole routine that they do, and then for the rest of the episode there is no cheering and no mention of it. It's gone. Nothing. Not even at the very end. There's like maybe a 2-second long flashback to her being in the squad or whatever. Nothing. Everything is just introducing characters for the rest of the show. It has nothing to do with cheer. So yeah, we see this whole routine they do. I feel like there are strides to be made in this activity, mainly like in the areas of the really long setups where they just kind of stand in a circle and wait to lift one girl up. It's not it is acrobat. It is physically impressive, but watching it is just like, okay, let's all stand here for a few seconds. All right, okay, she's up there. All right.
Probably fucking dangerous as shit.
Oh yeah, so this girl's snapping necks constantly.
Yeah, the girl in the wheelchair, I thought for certain was going to be like she was a girl that hurt herself during cheer.
So that we
established, no, she's not. She has like a disease, she's wasting away, and hopefully they say that she might be able to recover, or at least they seem happy. They seem to believe she could recover, but yeah, no, she's not like somebody who sustained an injury while doing cheerleading.
What neuromuscular diseases can you recover from? Are there any of those? How does that even work?
She has a really, really bad case of shingles or something. I don't know.
She has the Wednesdays. Yeah, the worst case we've ever seen.
Yeah, it's terminal.
The opening is insanely colorful. Again, with the colors, looks pretty good. There's the main character. She puts some Worcestershire on her fish, and she doesn't. I was like, who doesn't like Worcestershire? But then she likes it, so I was like, okay, she's cool. I accept her. Okay.
The OP, extremely colorful, song really catchy. It's a good song. It takes a lot for me to pay attention to a song during the seasonal preview because there are so many of them, but this one stood out to me as being especially nice. And yes, she likes her Worcestershire sauce.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and she's got that cripple friend. There's good backgrounds too. And then she's walking to school, and we have this sort of pixie dream girl-esque girl who parkours over a building next to her. It's just like she's jumping in to disrupt her everyday life. There's also a girl who runs. Just a bunch of wacky girls show up to her Catholic school. I don't know if it's actually a Catholic school or if it's just like there's just a nun there. I don't know. I have to assume there's nothing else about the school that gives any indication that it's a Catholic school, but they have a nun. So
they don't have leggings on.
Maybe they just have a nun to be like the guard because there's just girls constantly kissing each other. They probably have to sound that fucking alarm 20 times a day at all girl Catholic school. There's probably constant girl kissing.
Every girl that I've known who's gone to an all girl Catholic school ended up being bisexual. So like,
well, I mean, every girl is bisexual, according to them anyway. So I don't know if that really tells you much.
Putting a nun in charge of the girls to make sure they don't make out is like putting a wolf in the hen house, dude.
Yep.
Fox in the hen house or whatever. Yeah. They're just
like, use more tongue, nuns, honey.
Those nuns are fucking. I mean, what do you think they're doing underneath all that dress? They're smacking their fucking shit around. It's in mass. I've seen those movies, those 70s exploitation movies where nuns are like flicking their beans and shooting guns and stuff. I know how it goes.
I have not seen those, but I'll take your word for it. A lot of girl kissing in the Jesus school. You did make note of one of the girls' names is Anna Cucitini, which is
that's bad news.
I love that Cucitini, buddy. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate name. If you're not going to an all-girls school, that would be really bad.
That'd be rough. I mean, it's I don't know if high school guys would maybe they wouldn't know the word coochie yet. Yeah, they probably would though.
Coochie, baby.
There's another girl who's also the crippled girl's friend, and there's this other thing where like the yellow-haired girl's making bad YouTube videos. There's more girl kissing. I don't know what. There's just a lot of stuff happening that's not cheering.
That's probably for the best.
But it's it's not like I was really wanting it. It was a little distracting. Like no one's even bringing up the idea of starting a club, but it's not terrible. It's still somehow a little boring. I don't know, but I don't know. It's not that bad.
There's some nice looking sequences. I like the brief flash of horror that comes through. She chases after the manic pixie dream girl at one point to go talk to her because she's fascinated by her, and she does this insane parkour leap following her tracks. Basically.
Everyone can jump 20 feet in the air in this show.
This bitch gets so high in the air. I mean, she like, if somebody did this on a skateboard, they would be crowned instantaneously like the greatest skater of all time. If they even just hit the handrail.
It's like one of those clips where it's like watching someone skateboard on a giant half pipe is like totally normal until like they lose the board, and then you're like, oh no, they're 30 feet up in the air. Oh no! Like it suddenly clicks in your head how far up they are, and you're like, oh.
And while she's up there, she has a brief, I don't know if it's a flashback or a flash forward to herself.
I don't know.
Failing, basically. It's her in the air when she's been thrown in the air. She's a flyer, as it were, in cheerleading parlance, and she's going to fall. And I thought that was a nice little. It's a nice little something. A little bit of drama there. Mystery. Intrigue. I thought it was swell.
Yeah. And that's still a kind of standard thing in sports shows. Like, oh, I failed at something and now I'm averse to trying it again. But at least
she's like failing. She might fail in the future. It looks like she's getting a flash forward.
Yeah, that'd be weird. That'd be a crazy type of storytelling for them to do in this type of show.
I might just be really dumb, though.
Yeah, it would probably be pretty easy to just go to the first scene and check if it's her, but I'm not going to do that,
Well, is the first scene in the past or in the future?
Oh yeah, how would you even look? How would you even check that? I don't know.
Right. I'll send a letter to them. I'll send a letter to PA Works.
I'm not going to watch episode 2. Just be like, dear PA Works, please translate.
Excuse me, Mr. PA Works. I really like your programs. I especially like the programs where girls kiss other girls. You should keep making those. Make more shows like Buddy Daddies, please. I like the shows where the cute boys save a little girl. I also like Skip to Loafer. Those are just listening to shows.
Yeah. I was gonna say I don't remember Buddy Daddies being that.
All right. Next.
Oh wait, there's more.
Cute girls.
Yes.
Got cute girls.
Okay. Shoushimin Series. This is an interesting one. Shoushimin: How to Become Ordinary. This is a mystery novel series, and I was like, oh, it's going to be like Hyoka. And then I was like, oh, it's the guy who did Hyoka. It's the guy who wrote Hyoka. And studio is Lapin Track. And then the opening starts playing, and I was like, "Oh, yep, this is the Hyoka guy, all right. Holy moly, this is like Hyoka." Also, this opening, and really the whole show, is pretty as hell, especially the opening though.
Yeah.
But I'm watching the opening, and I'm like, "God damn, this is gorgeous." And then I was like, "Wait a second, there's nothing happening in this. They're just standing around.
God.
They're standing around looking at each other, and then sometimes it'll cut to a shot of fruit."
Oh my God, dude!
It was like tricking me. I was like, "Wait a second! Oh no, it's Hyoka. It's so Hyoka." It has this very cinematic aspect ratio. There's a strange lack of emotion. It's like yeah. I mean, I'll talk more about that in a bit. But I was like, "Oh boy, it's more Hyoka, all right." At least
this motherfucker has never spoken to a human being in his life.
It's so good. It's so good.
this guy is lost. Someone help him.
This is a strange man. Yeah, a decade later, we don't know. We just don't know what is going on with this guy. It's about a couple, a very unemotional, deadpan couple of high school. They just got into high school.
No PDA happening here.
They just got in. Yeah, they just got accepted to high school. They're just like always hanging around each other. Size difference tag. There, it looks like a kind of prestigious place. The guy's got like kind of a hard ass, like stick in the mud friend. And his the girlfriend girl here acts very jealous, attached, following him around. And in this episode, he chooses to help out his hard ass friend instead of buying limited time sweets for his tiny GF. That made me mad. First of all, I was like, "What a fucking moron! Why are you even doing this?" I guess he just loves mysteries or whatever.
Bros,
too bad he doesn't
hoes.
show it. Yeah. There is I do like there's like this very like understated, like kind of realistic voice acting across the board. Like it's very I don't know, it's nice.
That is the only thing that's going on in this entire program, because these people did not behave like humans. Nobody in the show behaves like a human being. They are all acting like aliens. They're talking about how like they're like, "Oh, this is what we would do to behave as normal people. This is what normal people would do."
They might literally be like, because in the opening they keep there's like keeps being these shots of like two foxes like running together, like these white foxes. So they might be
that would make sense.
Or what are they called? Not yokai.
Yokai.
Well, yokai are like actual goat, but they might be like eternal, some type of eternal being. I forget what the word is. But, they're probably some like reincarnated or like something that's become human. They might be supernatural in some way.
You gotta give me more of that. You gotta give me that in the first episode. Give me the last scene.
Eventually. Yeah, I think maybe you're supposed to kind of infer it.
But even then, none of the other people act like people either. So what's give me the breakdown of the mystery in this episode?
Yeah, so it's again, these are very low stakes mysteries, at least to start off. So the first one, they're looking for some bitch purse, and there is, at least to add some tension, there is a time limit because they're only selling these strawberry tarts until 4:30. So his GF's waiting, and he has to find this purse, and so there's a bunch of his friend recruits a bunch of guys to try and find this lady's purse. There's like they're walking around. There's very little music. They do some. It's not the worst mystery solving. It's like not like Sherlock levels of like, oh, there's oh, you have one button on your shirt undone. That means you were born in August. Like it was.
Not making gigantic leaps of logic. I think that you could get there.
Yeah. Oh, you ate spaghetti for lunch and you're left-handed. Oh,
that means that your mother is Italian. Yeah, your Italian mother prepared it for you, which means that at home you have parsley, which she was allergic to.
How much longer does your father have in prison?
What?
How did you know? Yeah, it's like a 3 out of 10 on the Sherlock scale. And they solved the mystery. A guy stole the purse because he put a love letter in it, and then he changed his mind.
Cold feet. Yeah, you got cold feet.
So that's what happened. I think they're not even actually fucking dating, we find out here.
Right.
So it's like critics are calling it more Hyoka than Hyoka. This is full, unadulterated, no holds barred USDA prime grade autism. 100% autism. This is like his characters have gotten less emotive. It's crazy.
The only thing that these people could understand is logical cause and effect, and there is no further understanding beyond that. And I would like to say this does extend to the other character, like the kid who stole the bag or the dude who put the love note in the bag. When he takes the bag back, you would think that he is trying to jerk off in public or something. Like he's tucked away in an alley and people are running by. He's like, oh, they're gonna see me with this girl's bag in the alley, as if anybody's gonna process the fact that that's a girl's fucking handbag. They're not even. It's a blur. It's like this reminds me. I had an anecdote I was going to talk about, which is relevant to this actually.
Oh, wow.
When I was a kid, like really young, like first or second grade, probably first grade. I'm going to say first because it's less embarrassing because I'm not a baby. There was we had these like little toys that we'd play with at recess time or whatever, and we had Crazy Bones at this point. And I accidentally put one of the toys from the recess into my Crazy Bones bag, and I brought it home with me.
What the fuck is Crazy Bones?
Crazy Bones it was a toy. They were plastic toys that were shaped loosely in the shape of bones, but they were little characters. Tech Decks are fingers. Crazy Bones are like shaped like bones. And I was so mortified that I had stolen. I was like, oh my god, I stole something. So I put it underneath my bed, and every night I would go check and make sure it was still there, so nobody knew that I had stolen something. As if anyone was going to be able to put together that I had taken this thing from school. My mom, if she found it, she'd be like, "Oh, there's a little toy here," and then just thrown it out or whatever. But I was like, it was like my biggest anxiety was I would go look at it. I'm like, this thing's fucking taunting me. This thing that I stole is taunting me. But keep in mind, I'm in first grade. I'm not in high school when I'm doing this. It's not like I don't know. Anyway, I just thought that he was being a little bit like a little over dramatic. But I guess that's what high schoolers do.
Yeah, he's love struck. And then at the end, you're like, oh, at least they got these tarts. And then these fucking hooligans crushed their tarts. And I was like, all right, fuck you, man. Come on. Is that how this whole show's going to be? Is it going to be dark? Gonna be sad?
How did they even manage to get the tarts that fucked up? How did they even manage to why'd you even throw them out of the bike? Just leave them in there.
You gotta drop the excess weight. You gotta go.
Get maximum this bullshit out of here. You got 10 minutes to get wherever he's going. Those people just barely left. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I definitely don't dislike this. It's one of those things
we've been hard on this. It sounds like, but like it's very much like Hyoka in that like nothing's happening, but I don't know. It's still somehow very watchable.
I'm keeping it at arm's length. I don't trust it. That's where I'm at with it right now. I would watch more, but I can't fully embrace it.
Right. I bet it's worth watching though. Honestly.
You vamp or even just start talking about this. I'm gonna go take this.
Okay. Tsue to Tsurugi no Wistoria. Wistoria, wand and sword. Two great things that go great together, honestly. Manga adaptation, Actus and Bandai Namco. I saw this. I was like, oh boy, this is going to be a rough transition from that last show. Because that last show looked really nice, it was kind of good. And then this one is prestigious Magic Academy, woo, magic school. And, the guy looks like this. He's got the round goggles that look like glasses. He's got the sort of messy, unkempt hair. he's got the yellow highlights all around his uniform. There's so many shameless, nods, like Harry Potter design choices. So many Harry Potter things. Then he's in his the opening scene. He's beating this monster, and then he's in class. His teacher is Edward Serfence. Go fuck yourself, Serfence. What the? It's like, I guess it's like Snape because it sounds like snake. So he made a name that sounds like serpents. It's fucking bullshit. I'm talking about his teacher's name being Edward Serfence. It's a goth teacher named Edward Serfence. Because Snape sounds like snake, so we got to name him Edward Serfence.
Yes.
And Serfence.
I'm surfing in the USA.
Yeah.
If it was Edward surfing, that'd be a lot fucking cooler.
Serps
if he was...
up.
Yeah.
And Edward Serfence is like, "Hey kid, come up here. Here's a turd full of blue rocks. Do magic on it." And he's our main character. He's a no magic, no pussy getting scrubbed.
Look at this fucking loser. Being pathetic. Why don't you fucking comb that little fucking
Piece
spit curl you got, you fucking loser?
His
God damn, what a dork.
And he's got, he has no magic. Everyone hates him. He has a white knight girl, who's his friend, who defends him. And I was like, I actually had this in 1.5 times speed, and then I was like, wait a second, why is this animated well?
Correct.
And,
exact same. Yep.
And then I was like, wait a second, what is going on here? And he also has a childhood friend who's like a crazy striver who left him behind and like ascended the ranks of wizardry, and is like it is like in a tower somewhere because she's so high ranked or whatever. And what he does is he gets credits purely by beating monsters in the dungeon, and in order to get enough credits, he has to bag a big monster, in the dungeons that they have. So he goes in there. The bullies are trying to get it first.
They get their shit rocked.
They run into an even bigger monster than they were expecting, and one guy gets launched. I don't even know if that guy's dead. He gets embedded into a wall. It's not supposed to be funny, but like he gets like, he has a human-shaped hole in the wall for him. And at this point, I'm like, okay, this is insanely high effort for maybe the most dog shit source material. This might be the biggest gap between production quality and source material I've ever seen.
This is one of those I didn't know your game sort of situations here, where you have to be like, I apologize. Let me run this back at regular speed and take this in.
Yeah, I put it back down. Yeah.
Yeah. I had to just set it back to the beginning of the fight because you get to the point where you see how smooth everything is. You're like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, it's actually really good, like action choreography.
Yes, it is.
It's well done. Yeah. It flows really well. You can keep track of stuff. It's
so good that it makes you invested. Like it's so good that you're like I gotta know. Like, so the premise is that he has no he's Brock Lee basically. He has no magical ability, but he is a extremely good hand-to-hand fighter.
He's just really strong, I guess, which is actually kind of sick. It's just funny.
It's sick. It's sick. It's because for a while now, the world's been topsy-turvy, and it's cool to be a nerd, and being a jock is lame. And we have to get back to the natural state of things, which is that being a jock is cool and being a nerd is lame.
I don't know if he's really a jock. I mean, he's
really strong.
Yes, he's physically strong, but like, I don't know, the other guys act more like jocks, I guess.
They're not. They're actually dorks. They're like, oh, we're good at science or whatever.
I don't know if
we can use computers.
I don't know if magic is the equivalent of science here. I don't know if that's what the show's really going for.
I know how to use a computer. Oh, I'm a programmer. Look at me. Look at me programming AI to change election results. Oh, that's fucking cool. You know what's really cool? A dude with a sword fighting a really giant monster who's got a way bigger sword. That's cool. That's a cool thing. Mm-hmm. And that's what people should get pussy over. Not making $130,000 a year programming a computer to write algorithms, right? Yeah, it's sick. It's sick. That's a sick sequence. It looks awesome.
It looks good. Yeah.
It's the worst. It's the worst premise ever.
I like that. Yeah. I mean, I like that. Like the bully's about to get killed, and he reconsiders saving the bully. He's like, why am I doing this? But I mean, it's like, yeah, it's hard to really endorse with like how bottom of the barrel this, you know, whole premise and source material is. I mean, yeah, like we said, there's aspects to the premise that are funny, but I mean, it's like a wizard school, you know. I don't know.
I mean,
my instinct is that it's not worth it. Like all in all,
I gotta look at it. I gotta see more.
If you want to look at it, then sure, yeah.
Yeah,
there's a lot of good looking shows this season. Actually, ended up being kind of back. What's the term?
It's backloaded. It's backloaded for sure, 100%.
Very unusual.
The episode opening with teacher makes a kid come down to the front of the class so he can pull his pants down is a really rough start to something. Yeah, where you write it off completely. I mean, I literally put it on fucking 1.5 there. You know,
Mashle wasn't a comedy and actually looked good, which isn't saying much, but because Mashle isn't all that funny. Which one was that?
I don't know.
Magic and Muscles. That sounds familiar. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah.
Yeah, just I like the premise of the he has a childhood friend who has already attained the goal that they were both striving for. I think that's good.
And just that means he can never see her or talk to her ever.
I like that. I like it's cool lore. It's I have attained the goal, and I'm going away basically forever now because
too high status. Yeah.
I have to, you know. Anyway, yeah, really good looking fight in this one episode. Who knows if that continues?
Mm-hmm. Okay, how about the VTuber show? Everyone's been talking. Well, I mean, VTubers have been talking about the VTuber show. I don't know if everyone has been, but VTuber nanda ga Haishin Kiri Wasuretara Densetsu ni Natteta. VTuber legend: how I went viral after forgetting to turn off my stream. That's something that VTubers do all the time. They're like, oh, I forgot to mute, and I did something quirky. It's always,
uncouth.
It's always really obvious. I'm just fucking sick of it. It's that VTuber show. It's a light novel. Studios TNK. At first I was like, they really they made a real live 2D model for this, and then it's the live 2D model's rough as hell. They don't show much of it, but it's like, ooh, this is like 2018 Niji Sanji quality live 2D model. But I guess they had to make a lot of them. I don't know. She's a VTuber. The title explains it. She's a VTuber. She's supposed to be like a princess, you know. She's all
very proper,
very polite, very formal.
Pure,
and then
pure.
She forgets to turn off her stream, and she's a gruff,
hard drinking,
alcoholic,
like shit talking. Yeah, she got a salty mouth, and she's lesbian. She likes getting off on girls, being pure. It talks about they adapt it as gooning. I don't know what's the actual
probably shko, which is onomatopoeia for it's like fap basically.
Yeah.
But the one thing that really undermines all of this, that I don't know why they made this decision, is like, she looks and dresses exactly like her model.
Well, they all do. That's weird.
And they all do. And is that because they thought it would make VTuber fans mad if they like give away the huge secret that the girls do not actually have models modeled after their exact looks and faces, and are in fact just Asian bitches in real life. I feel like that
pajamas at home.
I feel like what's that?
In their pajamas at home.
Yeah.
In front of their computer. Yeah.
I feel like that would give all of this a lot more, impact, because it is like a comedy, but there is like a very actually compelling core at the center of this, which is like a person like realizing that people actually like her for her, And so if you just making her like actually very, if this looked like Welcome to the NHK or something with like everyone has like black hair, that would really give it a lot more sort of emotional weight.
This I would like to go on record. This rocks.
This is still good. Yeah.
This is great, and I completely 100% agree with you. And I also wish that the people watching her stream were not placid and placidly content is what I would call them. They're all on the subway smiling because they're watching her stream. I don't think that's the way that this should be at all. This is a gross misrepresentation of how people watch these things. Nobody watches all these VTubers with a dumb, stupid grin on their face.
Oh, they should be like in the background. Yeah.
Yes, they're out in the background, and then occasionally they laugh and then go back to whatever.
Yeah, there should be a guy like playing I don't know, playing Helldivers, and then he just starts hearing burps, and he just turns, he goes like, there should just be a shot of him like turning to his other monitor, like, huh? Like that's because that's what would actually happen.
This is white noise. It's very cute white noise is what these things are, and I think that this is funny too. God damn, it's such
that was a
gag.
Funny effect. The reverse face effect, the concave face. Yeah.
No, I love this first episode. I thought it was funny. I think that, like you said, there's an actual premise here of, again, she's pretty. She looks exactly like the character model. If she was just like even like a 7 or a 6, and she's putting on the persona of pretty princess, and that's the character she's assuming rather than actually being that. It might be an Odd Taxi thing, not to spoil Odd Taxi, but love the first episode. I thought it was very funny. I think they just did a good job of executing. Rare for comedy shows to actually be funny, and this totally is. And it might be just because it's more Western appealing humor of like, it's funny that I'm getting drunk and being a pervert or whatever. But Happy D, I give zero shits about VTubers, and I enjoyed it. So.
Yeah, it's because I was expecting this to just be sort of like, I don't know, like kind of semi-pandering, like, lazy jokes about like, I don't know, but it was kind of doing its own thing, and it was doing actually funny jokes. It wasn't just relying on, I don't know, whatever basic knowledge of VTubers they got from like Googling it. Did we drink any Strong Zero when we were in Japan?
I drank a lot. I drank a lot of Strong Zero in Japan.
Was it actually like strong? Because like apparently they're 8%. Were we drinking those?
Oh, I drank those. Yeah, that's actually that's the thing. That's the thing I most miss. When I was in Thailand,
they're like 200 yen and they're 8% cans.
Yeah,
that sounds fucking awesome.
When I was in Bangkok, I drank like 2 of those a day. Like I would, you know what my routine was? Yeah. I would go to the shopping mall. I would go to the little, they had a 7-Eleven in the shopping mall. I would get one of those. I would drink it. I would go up all 7 stories of the shopping mall, walking around, go back down, get another one, drink it, go back up all 7 stories. It was ecstasy. It might be my favorite alcoholic beverage in the world.
Ringing endorsement.
I couldn't speak. I wish they had them here. Mm-hmm. Anyway, she is just like me.
She is. I mean, yes, that's the like. Listening to people talk about the show, I was hearing a bunch of VTubers being like, "Oh, she's just like me." I was like, "All right, whatever." Like they said that about Oshinoko, right? Which makes no sense. It's like, how is that like you? But yes, I was watching this like, damn, she is me. Like just getting hammered, watching VTubers stream ends. Just go straight for the ASMR. Just be like, I was like, yep. There are some actually like good VTuber nods. Like they play Sausage Legend. Sausage Legend is real. That is a real game.
Oh really?
Yeah. Subaru from Hololive played a lot of Sausage Legend. There was a similar saga with her opponents being like trying to get away with the dirtiest names possible in their game.
That's great stuff.
Name. Yeah. There were some funny names in there. My notes are like, okay, the stuff I said before about, this could get, they could really go for like a very, a very dramatic plot, arc for this. It's like, it's kind of, this is like my problem pretty much, and no one else's. But because I watch so many goddamn VTubers that like, even though it's a good show, I just keep imagining a better show as I watch it, because I just keep thinking of things I would want to happen, like the process of like, because if someone like were to change their image really fast like she does, there would be sort of an almost she logs in for the next stream after that happens, and like I was imagining a kind of like almost interrogation process from all of her like viewers, like trying to, like, because like everyone's trying to figure out like if you're being real with them, and if you're very clearly playing a character like she was with this like kind of princess girl, then everyone's just kind of like fine with whatever. But then if you suddenly try to like change things up, people are going to be kind of push you like, all right, what's actually going on here? Because if you're because I think if this were to actually happen, there would be a lot of people to be like, okay, is she just changing characters, and now she's pretending to be like this type of girl? So then, so I would like to, like that process of being like, no, I'm just being real with you now, like I'm being myself, that would like satisfying an audience with like, I'm keeping it 100 now. Like that's a very interesting social dynamic that I think could get like
we got
probably
a lot
like
of
multiple episodes. Yeah. It seems like they kind of breeze past it, but they could kind of keep going with it. Maybe
they totally could. I think that we might be in a thing where they're in the honeymoon phase of her being in this character, and then being like, oh, maybe it's just a gimmick for a bit, and then she goes back to who she was. But like, oh, hold on, my cat wants to come in.
Mm-hmm. Also, like, maybe she gets on the next stream and she's like kind of halfway between, because she's like uncomfortable still, But
I want a strong 0 right now. That sounds amazing.
I know.
Good stuff. Good episode.
Yes. Happy to sleep. Good night, my friend.
Good night, my friend.
One of the VTubers, her name is Na-Nare Shion. Probably a coincidence. Maybe they named her. There's Na-Nare Clara, who's a VTuber, and there's also I think Murasaki Shion is another VTuber. At one point, someone says women prefer honesty and directness, and I just noted that down because I thought it was funny. That was the funniest joke in the whole show.
Hey, I hate my wife.
I hate my bitch wife. Damn, I got a lot of screenshots from this. But yeah, it's good.
Oh, cute short hair. Oh, cute short hair girl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she got cute short hair.
There's plenty this season.
Yeah, good first episode. I strong support for this one. Maybe my strongest support of the entire season so far.
Wow.
Which I did not expect, because I roll at this stuff, not VTubers, but like trying to capitalize on
doing
phrases.
A show where it's like, oh, I'm any thing like this.
Yeah. Lovely.
I'm a idol. I'm a radio broadcaster.
Yeah.
I'm a voice actress. Yeah, this shit like that.
Yeah, that kind of.
How about fuck all this idol shit? Want to talk about a isekai where they fight dogs?
Not really.
They fight flaming dogs. Isekai Yururi Kikou Kosodate Shinagara Boukensha.
Did you watch the
Shimasu.
dub for this? You watched the dub for this, right?
My rip didn't have a dub.
No, dude. Oh, that's the only reason this thing's watchable.
A journey through another world, raising kids while adventuring.
Bro, hold on. I'm gonna upload this to the Google Drive. Do we have enough space for me to upload this so you can watch the? Hold on.
I don't know. Let's see. Drive. We got we got like 2 gigs free. What is taking up all the space? I don't see anything in
I don't know. Maybe there's some like audio recordings or something I uploaded there.
But where? It's not listed. That's so. Oh, is it this MP4? Is this taking up? Is this 10 gigabytes? What is this?
What is it?
It's probably.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on.
No, it's only 100 megs. Oh, that's a hacking.mp4.
Wow, that's a masterpiece. Can't delete
it's
that.
A classic. We need that backed up. Oh, my drive. Oh, here they are. Okay, it's probably. It's not that much.
In the Woods is In the Woods. Is that? It's some WAV files.
In the Woods is. Wait, how?
Hyperchild.zip. 8.8 gigabytes. Yeah, there you go.
What is Hybrid Child?
It's an anime that we watched.
Oh God, which one was that? Oh wait, we might need that. Oh, it's gone.
Was that the? It was a gay one.
Oh, was it? Hybrid Child anime. Oh right. We didn't. How much of what did we? We didn't watch all of this.
We might have even watched it. It might have been a thing where because it was like that, or there might have been like 3 shows we were thinking about watching at one point. And then we decided on one of them, and we didn't watch the rest of them. I don't think we watched Hybrid Child.
We might have watched Hybrid Child.
Dude, I mean, let me do some deep research here while you. Hybrid Child. This is from 2 years ago, episode 43.
Monkeypox support group. Damn, I was just saying how I could definitely name every show we've ever done. And this is from 2 years ago. It's during the time of monkeypox, which is so recent. And it's hybrid. I don't remember this at all. And it's a corn haze thumbnail. Yep. Wow. Well, this is a light novel. Oh, this is A Journey Through Another World, Raising Kids While Adventuring. Are you uploading it? Are you uploading the dub?
It would take 7 minutes for me to upload it. I will just send it to you.
Yeah, sure.
I'll send you the link to download it because it'll be easier.
Oh, okay.
I guess I could just send you the. Hold on. Keep going. Sorry.
Yes, light novel EMT squared. This is what I expected that wizard show to look like a couple episodes ago. This is a guy, he's in the woods, he's killing dogs, and then he comes across, wait, wrong phrasing. He finds a couple of younglings, a couple of young children, like toddlers, I guess. And then we get his backstory. He's an isekai guy. He meets a kaworu who killed him by mistake, and then isekai'd him. He gives the children giant peaches. What else does he do? He's really old for some reason. We got a 28-year-old isekai protagonist, which is strange. I said, what is this OP lol? I don't even remember what was happening in the opening.
Okay, here it is. The only thing of significance to this is the guy they cast as the protagonist in this in the dub is fucking hilarious. It is so good. It's incredible. The dubs are still they can still be this bad. Not like the guy can't deliver.
Usually they're like serviceable at this point.
No, this is like they horribly miscast the main character, which is funny. You can't take a single line delivery seriously. It's perfect. It's almost classic.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, no, it totally does.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it'll take you to down. Maybe by the end of the episode you'll have it downloaded.
Dude, it takes me.
Whatever.
I have good internet. I'm 50% of the way.
Oh, good. Oh, let's go. Okay.
But yeah, he just sort of takes these two chillins. The kid, he finds them in the woods. I was like, oh, the kids aren't even his in this show. Like, no, man, I thought he was gonna at least get some fuck in.
No, we stuck with kids that aren't even his, bro. It's wrong. Ain't right for a man to have to deal with
loud
that.
peach eating noises. And their names are Alan and Elena. I think they're it's a boy and a girl, but they're identical twins. I don't know. There's magic crystal balls, like every show. There's quests. They collect herbs together. Yeah, there's really nothing going on here. Episode's done. Let's see what this sucker sounds like. All right.
Here we go.
Everybody, please enjoy the stylings of A Journey Through Another World, Raising Kids While Adventuring.
My name is Takumi Kayano, and until a few hours ago, I lived a completely ordinary life in Japan.
Oh my god, is he curb defer? What the fuck? What is this shit?
Well, until a few hours ago.
I have to kill this dog right now.
Yeah.
I'm in another world, surrounded by monsters. A red wolf, huh? This says it's C rank. Now, air shots! Jeez, danger right off the bat, huh?
What else is this guy been in?
I don't know. Isn't it crazy?
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, I mean he's such a dork.
He's the dweebiest sounding. I want to fucking pull his fucking underwear out, dude. I want to pants this motherfucker.
English cast. What's his name? Is he Kayano? He said it. He just said his name.
That is Kayano.
Matt Shipman. He looks like he's a 12-year-old boy.
Huntington, New York, huh?
Whoa, really?
Mm-hmm.
Where's that?
That's probably down. That's probably like barely outside the city.
Oh yeah,
that's New York City, yeah.
No, I bet my stepmom knows him. Cause everyone on Long Island knows each other, right?
Married to Brittany Lau. Oh, he's married? Let's see what he's getting on there.
He's 31. Oh damn. He looks absurdly young. What's he been in? Hokkaido Gals or yeah. Go Sick. He was in Go Sick. How old was he? That was 13 years ago. All right. I guess. Yeah, whatever. That's funny.
Give him that shit. Give him more of that shit. Let's get a little further in.
Okay.
In this guy is basic knowledge of this world and its languages. This body's got a number of skulls.
Skulls. Why did he say it like that? What accent is that? He's got a number of skulls.
He must have been congested when he went in. This guy's got he's got a cold. He's plugged up. This guy is a working voice actor. Working on the biggest. He's on Attack on Titan. He's working on he's working on Dr. Stone.
Anyone. It's literally, yeah. I mean, you can be.
Yeah.
You just have to know someone. Like, this is an old take now, but people have noted that when FromSoft wanted English-speaking voice actors, instead of getting one of the 50 people that you get for video games, they just found British, classically trained theater actors and just had them voice everyone in Dark Souls and everything, and it's 1,000 times better instead of getting Monica Rial or whoever to do everything. Getting Yuri Lowenthal, even though Yuri Lowenthal's fine, but it's just But then sometimes you get this guy.
I mean, I have the worst voice ever. And I think I could probably get a role of voice acting. I think I can. If this is the bar, this is like a fucking fan dub almost.
It's so strange.
What should I do? I can't just leave him here all alone.
Why is something getting off?
Hungry. Hang on. Syl mentioned something about putting a bunch of food in my inventory so I wouldn't starve.
He sounds so smug. He sounds so smug and uninterested and snobbish. Yeah. It's crazy. God damn.
This is a dude that you would take AP English with. They actually read the book. Oh, I read the book for AP English too. Well, if you would, Ethan, if you had read any of Les Miserables instead of playing Halo Reach, maybe you'd understand what's going on right now. I thought this was fucking hilarious. I
wish I could have enjoyed that.
That's a fun one. The rest of the cast is certainly not great, but the main character is the worst one, which makes it perfect, basically.
That's the idea.
Because it's not like it's a bunch of really incompetent voice actors. It's one turbo dork in the lead role, and that imparts a lot of character on him rather than making the world seem like it's you're not completely it's like you're lacking immersion. It's oh no, this guy's just a loser. It's part of his character. Kind of fun.
Anyway, other than that, the show's pretty bad.
Garbage.
Mayonaka Punch, an anime original by Guess Who? PA Works again. This just starts out cold with the opening, and boy, did I have no idea what the fuck this was watching this. But then the show starts. We're embroiled in a YouTube controversy.
Yes.
There is a trio of girls who make YouTube content. They have canceled one of their members for physical violence and meanness. back, shit talking behind their backs, etc. And that's our main character. Our main character is a huge piece of shit, which I love. Actually, it's fantastic.
I like that it's not. There's no repercussions outside of being canceled for physical violence. It's like, yeah, she was an abusive dickhead, and that's totally canceled violence.
Her. It's okay. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I also love the they're literally doing the live stream of them, announcing that they're kicking her out, and she's like, "Fuck these guys," and she goes and she just they're filming it, and she just barges into the room and tackles them.
It's a good gag.
Yeah, that's very funny. But she's out. She decides to start her own channel. Everybody hates her. And then you're like, wait, what? There's magic? Then we cut to these other characters, and they're they're on fire and stuff, and you're like, wait, what's going on? And then you realize it's a vampire. So we've gone from YouTubers to now there's a vampire, a lesbian vampire who dreams about our main characters and her boobies. So this vampire girl, she lives in a mansion, obviously. She's awoken after 20 years. She's been asleep for 20 years. And she has this lolly servant, who takes care of her. Meanwhile, our main girl is having channel auditions, and everyone hates her so much that everyone she interviews is just doing a different version of trying to fuck with her for their own channel. Again, another good bit. There's a scene with this servant girl trying to kill these bank reps showing up, or whoever they are.
Yeah.
And then our main character, who is depressed and drunk, wanders into an abandoned hospital because that's where her and her former friends made their big break, making a video there. I have no idea what their content is like. Sometimes they're in abandoned buildings. I don't know what they're doing usually. But she's like, I'll do this again. She walks into this abandoned building for content. She finds the vamp there. And then she falls off the building, and the vampire catches her and flies her around, just like you have to do in every vampire show.
Yeah,
it wasn't just Call of the Night. I feel every show you have to have the vampire fly the main character around, and they have to go, wow.
So this is vampire.
It's an extremely bizarre concept. You've mashed these two things together, but it was good. So all right,
it works. The girls are cute. I like the vampire girl.
Yeah, there's good. There's funny faces. There's good, decent
funny faces.
Jokes.
Haha.
Yes.
It's good. It's good. It's called The Night, but you got comedy in there.
Yeah, and it's gay. A different kind of gay. Girl gay.
Yeah, not guy gay.
Nope.
Which is
not the bad kind of gay.
No, yeah, okay. Everyone's entitled to their own gay. It's just when straight guys are gay, that's called The Night. When straight guys are being gay, that's when they fall in love with vampire girls. That's gay.
No, what's everybody loves a vampire girl? What are you talking about?
That's gay. I'm sorry.
You didn't like her?
There's no straight guys like Anne Rice books. Unless they're straight guys who were also secretly gay.
There's no vampires in that. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
Call of the Night.
Call
of the Night is season 2. It's this. This is season 2. It's quirkier. It's gayer. Somehow gayer. This is good.
This is just good.
Just good.
Next.
Oh boy.
Shut up. Isekai Shikkaku. Oh, this one.
More like shit. More like shit. Caca. Am I right?
Oh,
this is. Got him.
No longer allowed in another world. A manga adaptation by Atelier Pont-Dark, or whatever. There's a very sad guy with crazy hair, and I was like, oh, is this for chicks? But he's in the woods about to do a lover's suicide with his lady, and he gets isekai'd by an old-timey truck, and meets a sexy ass elf, and then he immediately tries to OD. And then I was looking at the credits and I was like, oh, he's Osamu Dazai. We have Dazai starring in another like like in another show where he's like a depressed, sad guy. And then I realized the show's title is a play on Ningen Shikkaku, which is no longer human, which is a weird thing to make a show like this about, because it's like, this is a real guy who died, and like, his kids are still alive, or at least one of his kids is still alive. It's just like weird to make like a silly show about how much he wanted to die all the time. Hey, what's up, David?
It's a sight gag. It's like a sight gag at the beginning of the episode.
Like, oh, it's Truck-kun again. Like they're putting this real guy who died into like, uh-oh, Truck-kun's here. They have been doing this for a while though. I was like, Dazai is always, he was in that like, that show where the detectives were all male authors. He also loved dying in that one. And then I was like, wait a second, was Zetsubo Sensei, was he also Dazai? And then I looked it up, and yes, he was based on, the main character from No Longer Human, who was just Dazai, because it's like semi-autobiographical. And then in this show, he's also voiced by Hiroshi Kamiya. So they're really just like, it's Zetsubo Sensei again, but now he's isekai'd. And the one main gag in this show, besides him trying to kill himself immediately after being isekai'd, is he finds he comes across a cat girl being tentacle raped, but by a tree. So she's being like treenticle raped. And he just lets himself be killed by the tree, but then the tree dies because it's too much. He's too sad. He kills the tree with his own sadness. It can't suck up all his life juice is poisonous. But just like taking this real guy who died and being like, uh-oh, this cat girl's boobs are getting groped by a tree.
It's not even like an Abraham Lincoln vampire hunter scenario where it's like, this is explicitly crass. Like, this is crass.
I know, it's really, yeah.
Not just like tasteless, but crass. It crosses that line into nonsense. I wonder what he would think of this. We should resurrect him. It would be
I haven't
funny
read.
to get his
Maybe he would think it was really funny. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure his books are a fucking hoot.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a laugh a minute with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not good.
I mean, good. It's funny in concept. I was at least like, everything that happened, I was like, boy, this what? But yes, mostly I was confused.
I liked the Truck-kun gag in this scenario where it makes zero sense. That's funny. That's funny. But I got pretty tired of the premise very fast.
Yeah. Yeah, it's he's gonna be sad. He has intense suicidal ideation. That's the show.
Oh boy, here we go. here's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, boy.
I'm rubbing my hands together greedily. Koi wa Futago de Warikirenai. Love is Indivisible by Twins. Oh, yeah. Light novel.
Twins.
Light novel Roll 2, which this is like the first thing they've got animation production on. Another Twins show, but this one is sexual.
Twins gone sexual.
I love all of the flashbacks to when they're like children, but they didn't want to get like kid voice actors, so they like some of the worst, VAs doing a kid voice I've heard. It's just like this grown ass man being like, "What
are you gonna put an effort for this?
I know.
You're gonna bring your A game on this crap.
Look at these annoying ass fucking smarty pantses.
I hate these kids.
They made him too smart. Like, I like a nice precocious kid. Like, that's endearing. But like, they're too smart. They're talking about zygotuses or whatever.
But smug fucking looks on their faces. And like the scene opens with him talking about like, oh, when the child is about to be born out of the womb, the head goes down the canal.
Yeah, what?
It's like this is something you show to a girl immediately before you get her naked to play doctor.
To play house.
Like this is like this.
They probably skipped over that part. I think we can assume they all played some doctor.
This is some sexual predation going on here between kids.
My guy definitely touched some innie coochie and just like didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah,
intense innies.
This is God.
But
these are the most fucked up kids.
I mean, there's a little bit of weird. The kid flashbacks are confused because they're like too mature.
Not even the kids. I'm saying about like the teenagers.
Oh yeah, so then there's like most of the show is fast forward. They're in their teens now. They're in high school, and one of them is jelly of the other. One's asking him out, which he accepts, and then she very quickly breaks up with him. And then we kind of cut to the other sister's perspective, and nothing really changes. I don't know. Like, you're supposed to. Are you supposed to realize that she was jealous the whole time? Because I thought it was pretty obvious. I don't know.
This girl is the happiest she has ever been. They have a totally healthy, functional. Would we overlooked the fact that these people live together? That they're step siblings, and they live in the same house.
Wait, what?
And
no, I don't.
They're step siblings. They live in the same house. These are step siblings.
With the guy?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Childhood friends? Okay, never mind.
No,
Sorry, I thought they were
neighbors.
Next door. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That unfucks this a little bit.
Because when she wants to hang out with him, she's like, "I'm going to the convenience store. Like, come with me."
Got it. Okay. So what exactly is so underhanded about the tactic she used to seduce this guy? She just said she wanted to hang. Well, that's what she's saying. The reason she breaks up with him is because she's like, "Oh, I was unfair to my sister by taking this boy from her."
Does she say that?
Yes, that is the dialogue where she's like, "Oh, I did,
because she kind of she refused. She doesn't explain it to her sister. She doesn't explain it to him.
No, she it's like a monologue thing. It's like a monologue with flashbacks of her talking about like, I did this to my.
You can understand. It's like they've known him for the same amount of time, so it's.
Well, what does that matter? She got there first.
But like you're gonna be that competitive, like you're gonna be that like cutthroat, like business like.
They're already in a relationship. They're already dating. Like.
I guess she felt bad about it. I'm sure the show will kind of elaborate. They're probably gonna go back and forth 18 fucking times. There's only 2 girls in the show. Like they're probably gonna be dating. He's gonna be dating a different one every episode.
Poor Sap. This is a scenario where monogamy or polygamy would make a lot of sense if they just could both marry this guy.
Hey, if this is like if we have to wade through like some really like just crushing melodrama, and we finally get to just like he fucks
both the sisters at the same time.
Just like 3 married, threesome. Hell, I don't think
it's gonna go there. I don't think it's gonna go there.
It's gonna be like a Domestic Girlfriend, where it's 250 chapters of like, oh, I'm gonna go with her.
I like the short hair one. I like the short hair one because the short hair girl's cuter.
Yes, short hair is good. Yeah, one is short hair and she's like shy and reserved, and one is like a smarty pants, like more of a bookworm, like he is. And they're also fraternal twins, even though they look really similar. But they're not identical twins.
It's important that you're smarter than your partner so you can talk down to them. That's a really important thing. I don't know if you're aware of this. That
of course. I can't even imagine. I mean, I don't really want to say this, but like, I mean, there are women that are smarter than me, but they work at NASA or some shit, like for sure. And it's like, yeah, like I'm not gonna talk to like what am I gonna fucking like? No, there's no way. What like there's no like way to socially like grab on. There's no that wouldn't work.
There's girls smarter than me. They work at like they work at Bath and Body Works. they work they work. Sometimes I go through Taco Bell and I get my food. I come out of there, so I'm like, damn, that girl at the fucking drive-thru is smart as fuck. You really want to be able to belittle and demean. That's an important part of it.
Like in a completely like predatory, like top dog way. It's like it's way more fun to just be able to show someone things that they don't know about, like because like that's most of the fun of having women as a gender is like you can show them funny stuff that they just have no idea exists because they like are so uncultured. Usually, you can show them like.
They're differently cultured.
Them 50 years. Yeah, they know all they know is like sewing terms and like different fashion words. But like you show them like a 50. I could show them video. I could make an entire day of showing a girl like YouTube videos from 2010 that like she's never seen. That would be like they're like that are old hat now, stuff like that.
Girl, can you say bling bling?
Yes, that would be the first. I'd be like, listen, if we're gonna do this, you have to understand that this one particular video is core to my being.
This is what I'm about.
Yes, this is. I think about this twice a day, and it's Ayo girl, can you say bling bling?
This is we have to sit down and watch all of the hot. We have to sit down and watch the entire hotparty.us playlist. You have to sit on. Jam through all of it, and that's it's like you if you want to get me, this is what you'll do.
If you want to be my lover, you gotta watch my YouTube favorites.
You're gonna watch 300 videos. Yep. Most of them are unlisted. I don't know where they went.
I gotta find them on Daily Motion. Okay, this one is whatever.
Crap.
Next up. What?
Go ahead, say it.
Bye, Earth.
Bye, Earth. That's what Osamu Dazai said right before he fucking jumped in that river.
Mm-hmm.
It's bye, Earth. Yes, very good.
This is a fantasy novel series by the guy who brought us Marduk Scramble. Ooh, yeah. And Heroic Age, Psychopaths Seasons 2 and 3, the best ones. Illustrated by Yoshitaka Amano, who did like the illustrations for like Vampire Hunter D, or maybe it was like character design for like Gatchaman and Casher and like old classic stuff. Leiden Films is the studio. There's a bunch of dead fish. There's a monster basically, and this girl in bowling shoes shows up. And she beats the monster. Everyone except her is like an animal person. Her name's Belle LeBlanc, not LeBlanc. LeBlanc. I like how she's wearing this robe at first, and she rips it off. She has like like a tank top, or she has like tied up like bandages tying down her boobs or whatever. And someone in the background off screen goes, "She's totally featureless." It's like, God damn, dude. All right, she's about to save your town, but whatever. But she fights this big monster for a while with her crazy sword. I thought it was going to be a Soul Eater where her sword was like her partner in talks, but it doesn't. Even though she's like talking to the sword, she has this cat man, not a cat boy, but like a cat old man mentor or sensei or whatever. And she's talking about her backstory. Basically, she's a weird freak who's alone in this world. Gross. And she doesn't know where she came from or what her purpose is. And her sensei, as her final lesson, erases himself from her memories, and then also she has to kill him. I don't know why, though. It's kind of boring, but it's not bad actually, really.
It's just perplexing. I feel really bad for the poor creature that she had to murder.
Yeah, they make it sad where it's like, because this creature's like her, it just like wants to go home, but it was trying to find something out. It's like her, I don't know.
Kind of dumb, ugly world. Not compelling to me.
I was like, this could be interesting, and then the ED plays, and the ED makes it look even more boring because it's like, it's just like her fighting a bunch of stuff. I was like, I don't know. I can see what it's kind of going for, but it didn't really grab me that much.
Unremarkable.
What about what about Naze Boku no Sekai wo Daremo Oboeteinai no ka? Oboeteinai no ka.
Boy.
Oh, I accidentally. How come it's called like why does no one remember me in this world or fucking whatever?
I have a few good ideas as to why nobody remembers you, Paul.
This is a light novel by Project Number 9. This character design does not bode well. You know, he's like he's Dark Swordsman, he's Kirito, and he's with his squad. He's driving around in a military RV thing. This is so convoluted. So like, man, so he finds like an elf that's been trapped, that's been apprehended.
Sorry, repeat that, please.
It's so needlessly complicated because at the very first scene he finds this elf that's been like imprisoned, and then it cuts to him like with his squad in this military RV thing. Maybe there was some noticeable transition that I didn't notice. I don't know. But then it's him going on a date in town, and he's still in his crazy black swordsman robe getup.
Well, he was practicing. He had to practice fighting.
So I was like, okay, so it's like a fantasy world, but also there's like modern cities, and he has a girlfriend and he shops with her. Okay, fine. But then he gets sucked into a portal, and then he's in a fantasy world, and I was like, wait, what was the last world then? So now he's in a destroyed fantasy world where everything's like post-apocalyptic, and he fights this demon. He gets sent to the busted zone, I wrote down. He's in the busted zone now. And now he's back and now he's like, he meets this squad of people, and they don't remember him. And I was like, oh, so he didn't know these people yet. That was a flashback. But then he's like, wait, you guys don't remember me? So I was like, oh, so in the previous world, he did know them, but it was a different them. So for some reason, he was in a modern city, but they were riding around in this RV. I don't know what they were doing.
Yes.
But
this is an alternate timeline
version of them.
Yes, this is an alternate timeline where it seems as though perhaps the Saint or what the fuck did they have the title for this guy? What's his title?
No idea.
There was a big cool guy who stopped all the demons from destroying the world before, and it seems like in this timeline either that guy never existed or he lost or
they came back.
Something went wrong.
Yeah, my brain was so fried at this point from watching the shows. I just couldn't tell. Like they already created like this confusing world where it's like, okay, like he's in some paramilitary thing, like, and he has to keep this graveyard. He has to guard it, but then also he's going on dates. Then it's like, oh god, now we're over here, and then you're involving like flash forwards, and it's just insane.
Handle on it. It's that he comes from a world where the demon problem was solved 100 years ago. Yeah, and everything's great, and they basically have to go do this as a routine just to keep up appearances, and it's like, oh well, they might break out at some point. We got to go at least give it a look and make sure everything looks fine, right? Mm-hmm, this other world is a world in which the demons broke out, and everything's fucked. Mm-hmm. It is not,
you put it like that, I guess. Yeah, it makes sense.
Not compelling,
but the way it's laid out, yeah. And then his girlfriend is like the superior officer in the other world, whatever. And then it ends where we started. This is dog butt poop.
That is dog water.
Yeah, this is
dog water.
This show did not do the needful.
But cheeks.
Oh, we got two more. Actually, you want to talk about something while I go use the?
Yeah, let me give a rundown on.
Do that for me, thank you.
ATRI, my dear moments, ATRI.
Oh wait, no, don't talk about this one yet because I want to talk.
I'm gonna do the other one. I'm gonna do.
No, don't talk about that one. No, both of these are good. I want you to talk about I don't know, something that happened to you.
Oh, you want me to vamp?
Yes, that's what. Yes, obviously.
Oh, I thought you were talking about one of these shows.
No,
oh, okay.
No, I was talking about filling while I go pee.
Okay, let me fill while he's peeing. Let's see. I'm looking at the wall right now, and on the wall there is a framed print and the print is reversible. You can have it. I could flip it 180 degrees and it would still present an image. And that's kind of like the appeal of the print, is that it's a print that is about my favorite episode of Batman the Animated Series from the 90s. And the episode is Perchance to Dream, which is also the title of my very favorite episode of The Twilight Zone as well. And so the print it's designed almost like a playing card to a degree, where you have the king, you can flip the playing card upside down and it's still technically upright because the king's face both directions. In one direction, it is Batman in his Batman suit, and then the other direction, it is Bruce Wayne in his casual getup, and they're both running, and they have a mirrored pose, and then behind them is the Mad Hatter, who is behind both of them, who is the primary villain of the episode, Perchance to Dream. It's in a beautiful handmade red frame, which I purchased from a guy who I was just describing what was on my wall. That's what I did to Vamp. I got it.
Thank you for filling with that amazing content. I will listen later. Yeah. I'm sure it was so good.
It's riveting.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Next show is ATRI. It's supposed to be, I guess. I don't know. My Dear Moments. This is a visual novel by Frontwing and Makura, who are known for the Grisaya series, which I remember enjoying the adaptation of that first season anyways, even though it's weird, kind of gross. The studio's Troika, and this guy, he has nightmares of getting crushed by rocks, probably because he got crushed by rocks one time, because he got a fake leg, and he lives, I really loved this intro, actually. It's like, he wakes up and there's this like really hot lady. This reminded me a lot of Grisaya, because like this lady's design especially, I love her design, and he's in this weird environment, and then he's on the bottom deck of he's on a boat. He's on this boat. I don't know if he lives there or what, but he also has this schoolgirl friend, but yeah, the setting here is that there's been a dramatic sudden sea level rise, which has just flooded everything basically. Most of human civilization apparently is just underwater now, and so he's got this sub that he works on to go check things out, the underwater stuff, and it feels very VN-ish. It's like just this beat, this water, just sunny all the time. I like this aesthetic, this setting. And then he goes underwater in his sub, and he finds he's looking through all the old cities, and he finds Neurosama here. Literally, she's a robot girl, and brings her up, and they're gonna sell her, but she doesn't want to be sold, but she forgot why. It's
he makes a huge blunder. Makes a huge blunder here. Can't humanize the thing by giving it possessions. Once you've given it possessions, you're fucked. You're over. You can't give her shoes. You honestly strip the robot completely naked. You have to completely dehumanize her because this thing does not have a soul.
They do mention that there is an anti-robot discriminatory act or something.
Right,
so
right.
That you might not be allowed to strip the robot naked in public. But I
didn't say about anything in public, baby.
Oh,
I
did check the CG. I did check the VN. You cannot fuck her. I checked.
Okay.
Very unfortunate, because that would be If I'm living in a boat and I find a underwater girl, I better believe you're going below deck, lady.
You're going to the fuck zone for sure.
Going to the poop deck, yeah.
You're gonna experience my bends. I'm gonna be bending your insides out. I don't know. Hey, try the feel. A little boring.
I thought it was pretty good. I liked it.
It was a little bored. I get it. I get it. I get it. You know?
I mean, yeah, the girl is cute. Her faces are cute. It's good faces. We always say
living
it
level seems cool.
Shallow.
You know?
Yeah, it's
I just kind of know where it's going. You know, like it does nothing really
weird. I don't know.
Not really reinventing the wheel here. A little bored. No, it looks nice. I can't really speak to any sort of like strong criticism as to why it wasn't clicking for me. It just wasn't overly invested in what was going on. Cute girl though.
Yes, I like the girl. Yes, that one gets a pass from me at least.
Not a strong negative opinion. I just I recognized his failing. I'm a little disappointed in this guy for not having the better sense than, because this is a life-changing amount of money in front of you and you're getting it twisted over some
you wouldn't
pussy.
keep her? Come on.
I got this. Come on, man.
I guess he does have the childhood friend.
Childhood friend, a lot of money. This thing doesn't have a soul. You can't breathe with it. Gotta let it go.
Hey, you don't know that. They haven't elaborated yet.
I want to breathe with a childhood friend instead.
Yeah, I get it. Last show, finally. I can't believe this is the last one. I can't believe they saved this one.
They really did.
Like crazy. Heroine got Oosugiru. Too many losing heroines. I've been seeing tons of clips of this. I knew this was going to be great already. I mean, is there much to say that's, at this point?
This is a humdinger.
Yeah. No, it's somehow a good rom-com in the year of our Lord 2024. Light novel.
Just a godlike first episode. Just terrific. It's really it's humorous. It's heartfelt. You get exactly what it's doing. It looks really nice.
God, yeah. You want to talk? We've been talking about good faces. You want to talk about some good fuck? There's not like a single shot in this show that doesn't have a good face in it. It's like
it's not even flashy. It's not even like flashy and showing off. It just looks damn good. It's just consistently really pleasant. I was not aware of this because I'm not plugged into the weeb sphere. I knew nothing about this at all, but we got some good girls. Good girls going through hard times.
The girl quality in this show is through the fucking roof. Like, if it wasn't already, like, funny and, like, well written or whatever, it's just like, god damn, the girl quality. This is, the character design is by the guy who did, like, Licorice Recoil and Kono Biji. He's great. Yeah.
This is a story of a guy who decided to become the bounce back god, where he's going to clean up those scraps, baby. He's a bottom feeder.
Yeah, probably not on purpose, but yeah, he has a bunch of rebounds hitting him in the face, and
which is perfect.
And he's just like, he's not like, it's not like, I mean, there will be boobs falling on him, but it's not like he's just like the whole time. He's just like, what? He's just like observing these pathetic, sad girls, which is it's great. It's a great take. It's a great concept.
Fantastic, well executed. The girls are cute. It is genuinely amusing. It's a genuinely amusing program. Not laugh out loud funny. But you just kind of get a little smile on your face the entire time as you're watching it, where you have these girls who are like, it's got great petty teenage girl drama, where you've got girls who are they're like, oh, she's one of my best friends, this fucking bitch, like that sort of talking shit behind each other's backs sort of stuff.
Yeah, and they don't overwhelm you with girls, but they just like introduce them real quick. There's Brown Tomboy. Oh my gosh. That's gonna kill me.
She's the best. I have dibs. Of
course.
Yeah. So there's
dibs. I've known about her for weeks. So obviously, I already called.
Yeah. Well, you didn't give me enough time. You had to cheated. You cheated.
Now you know how that the twin from the other show feels.
The recurring gag in this episode of she owes him money for one really expensive lunch, and she's like trying to haggle.
She depression ate, like she ordered like 10 things at a diner or whatever because she's upset about a guy.
And she she owes him like $30 or whatever, probably at this point $45 because the yen is in the tank. But so she's bringing him lunch every day, and like one of the days she just brings him a fucking brick of rice.
Cooking, yeah. and it's like he'll be like, all right, I'll count this as 400 yen. And she's like, yes.
it's terrific.
I didn't even notice how ridiculous it is that they have 4 bow ties on their uniforms. Good character designer. You can just put any dumb shit on this. There's like this glasses like what's her face from Evangelion? This Mari
yeah.
girl. Oh my gosh. And even his little sister's great. Crazy Brocon sister.
Yeah, she's like, I'm always in your room. It's a good gag. That'd be funny.
She has a little lunch that's in the shape of his face. There's so many great little gags. Yeah.
It's yeah. I mean, one of my favorite things of the season. Clearly,
yeah.
It's clearly good as fuck.
This is probably the winner.
Last of this to round it out on a good note too.
That's wild, yeah.
I guess we didn't watch any shorts this time, but
there's never any shorts anymore. It's always like weird sequels and tie-ins.
We had a blessed few years there where there'd be these quirky little things.
Yeah, they
like
were trying weird shorts. Yeah.
What was the hamster car one? Like weird shit like that.
Yeah. The one about the lady who just like went to a bar every day and just drank. You know.
There we go. That's the season, baby. We did it.
Yes, that's all 31 shows or whatever.
Fuck. Just in time to already be halfway through the season. We are halfway through. In 6 weeks we'll be talking about new shows.
Yeah. Well, yeah, now we just have to we have to take 2 weeks to decide what we're watching next.
The endless cycle.
Yeah.
Can we tell them to stop making so much anime?
It'll crash any day now. The market. It'll all.
God,
go
I hope
away.
so. Yeah, really, I hope so. Because, Jesus hell, like there can't be this much demand for crap isekai shows, and we skipped a couple this time too.
We didn't watch Oshinoko second season because I added that as a joke, and we didn't. I just excluded this. Like, it looks like it's just like the gayest. It just looks like softcore, yaoi porno. It's like I can't. I know exactly what this is gonna be. I don't need this.
It's already living in your head all the time. It's just a loop.
I can't escape.
Any closing thoughts? What do you feel about what have we learned? What's the big takeaway?
I like it. I like it when girls make a nice, funny old face.
I thought you were gonna say I like it when girls make out, and I was gonna be.
That's also
really disappointed in you actually because.
It's like I like it when they're getting frisky, they're getting ready, and you're sitting there and you're like they're gonna need. You're
drinking brandy.
They're gonna need a cock for this probably. So I'm here.
You guys are just lost, huh? You guys really need somebody.
I don't know what you don't know what to do. You don't have any. You're on my couch. You don't know. You don't have any fucking. You don't have any fake penises here. But hey,
let's see how digital stimulation pleases you for the next hour while I watch. Let's see how quickly you get tired of this, huh?
Yeah. Good luck with What do you do? Lick each other or something? I don't know what girls do, but yeah. Good luck with that, fucking idiot.
Yeah. No.
Dipshit.
Yeah. Oh, what are you gonna do? Go get some corn on the cob out of the fridge and shove it in your fucking pussy?
Take one of my delicious, naturally fermented half-sour pickles and shove that in your fucking.
And then you put it in the other girl's mouth and she eats it, and then she eats the pickle after it's been in the other girl's pussy. What is that? What you're gonna do?
It's not sad. You're gonna get a yeast infection.
This is me on a subway talking to a wall.
Yeah, you're pole dancing the whole time saying this to yourself. Thank you all for joining us.
It's been a pleasure, really.
Yeah, it's been an honor once again to do to help you out with breaking down another season.
Yeah, we're breaking it down.
Breaking it down. I'm gonna play this other AI generated song. I have no idea. I have not heard this one yet, but keeping with the soda theme, this one's about Red Bull. Thank you all. See you next time.
Well, I haven't slept in 50 days, 'cause I drank my Red Bull and I feel great. When I get to work, I just wanna cry, till I crack that can that makes me fly. A countryman don't need no sleep, he's busy doing country things. But if I did, then I would dream of drinking Red Bull, getting wings. It gives me wings, I'm lifted up above the clouds, I'm feeling pumped. I scream it loud, let freedom ring. Lord, that Red Bull gives me wings. I'm saddled up, I got my bull, that country cowboy rocket fuel. It's all I want, it's all I need. My face is bright red from this drink. A countryman don't need no sleep, he's busy doing country things. But if I did, then I would dream of drinking Red Bull, getting wings. It gives me wings, I'm lifted up above the clouds, I'm feeling pumped. I scream it loud, let freedom ring. Lord, that Red Bull gives me wings. Feeling fine, my eyes are glowing red, and I will keep on drinking, getting high. Lord, the Red Bull makes me fly.